Okay, we're
Where's
streaming
the
now.
town?
And this town is called what again?
Broad Cornerstone.
No.
No.
We're gonna go with Cornerstone.
Wait.
Crueler Stone.
Wait. I thought Cornerstone was the
You were talking about the keep. Oh,
the keep.
Okay, I thought we were
Cornerstone's the
talking
keep.
about this
I thought you guys were naming the town.
town. So did
No,
I.
you had named the town already.
He did, but none of us remember it apparently.
I don't remember.
I don't remember what I named.
This town is Broadstone. There we go.
Excellent.
You know what? Yeah, let's call the
All
town Broadstone.
Broadstone, Cornerstone. Broadstone for the town, Cornerstone for the keep.
Yes,
Right.
good. Right.
That way
Or,
we're
you know what?
keeping
We're
in a
just
local
gonna have a
town.
name convention for this area.
Everything is stone.
Yes.
We were very uncreative.
And that's when if we go to
Do we
a
get to
newer
meet John
castle,
Cena Stone?
if we go to any new
Yes.
towns or anything, we're going to call it New Stone, right?
Yes.
Then, we can't use Old Stone because that's already taken.
Yeah. Anyway.
Broadstone.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Anyway, so last time you guys got to town, had a conversation with the Mayor Kruller. You went to bed. What do you want to do?
I'd like to have a prophetic dream where I see all of the coming plot twists that will happen.
Did you take the best?
No, and the reason I didn't play is because I didn't want to give Jason that opportunity to fuck with me.
Well, plus that's like 3 different benefits you have to take for that.
No, Green Dreams isn't. It's a couple, but that's kind of digressing. Rapid.
Yeah.
So we went to bed, so I assume it's the next morning, yes?
Yeah, unless anything.
Yep. The servants of the mayor's house, which is located right here, is wakes you guys up early for breakfast. You all have fried eggs, sunny side up, with
mine over
crisp
easy.
bacon.
Too bad.
That's how they're served. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Don't be an
The mayor lets the cooks cook how they want. He doesn't specify. Oh, I want this done exactly this way, or I won't
That's
eat
probably
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it this way.
He doesn't.
Look at it this way, Maester. You're getting proper food. You should probably be only getting the servant's meal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Again, crisp. You have crisp bacon. You have a fairly decent porridge. You have butter that you presented to you that you can put into it, as well as cinnamon and brown sugar, and as well as a tray of vegetables for each of you.
Huh.
Ooh,
This is
fancy.
the best breakfast I've ever had.
And the Mayor Kruller says, for lunch today, if anyone has any requests, you can make them to the head cook, and he'll see that you have them for lunch and dinner.
All right. Out of character. No, Flet. No.
Oh.
No. Unless you mean free-range chicken. But even still, that's a weird way of putting it.
Yeah, that's just called chicken in this world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, Game of Thrones, everything's organic. And
There are
Whether
no
you like
GMOs
it.
here.
Oh no, there
Okay.
are plenty of GMOs.
Okay.
So,
well,
Okay,
I'm gonna.
okay.
But the thing is, I was genuinely going to go to the cook. I wanted to make an actual dinner request.
free range chicken.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to request a nice fish meal, like I don't know, haddock or something. Because as I said, Arthur likes fish.
Okay.
Like he's not particularly picky, just fish.
The cook says, "Yes, my lord. I'll send the boy down to fetch the fish before lunch.
Okay, thank you very much.
He says that it will be served at around noon, but he'll keep it on for until you get there.
Okay. I have a request for the later meal then, if he has nothing in mind.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Whatever dish you are the proudest of when you make that for me.
Okay. He nods his head. Anyone else?
Nah, I'm good. I'll eat pretty much anything.
Anybody want some sweet cakes?
Not really. I don't particularly like lemon cakes. I find them a little bit too bitter.
I think I'm good for now.
I feel like that's the wrong adjective for lemon cakes.
Okay. He as you leave the kitchen, you can hear him begin barking orders in a firm tone, and you hear
Okay.
people agreeing to it. And
Okay,
you
so
hear him
a chef.
Yep, he's basically a chef.
He's a chef.
Yeah.
Mamma mia, spicy meatball.
No.
Boo. Anyway,
Wow.
so we have stuff to do today.
Yes, we do.
Someone remind me what that stuff is.
Don't worry.
Well,
You're going to be going with Nymera. So you'll find
Yes.
out easily enough.
because we have to talk to two sides of an argument, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there was the side accused of shortchanging and the accuser side. Arthur?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, the side being accused of shortchanging is also the people who have the goods we're here to collect. So it would make sense for one of us to well, basically, we have a very simple and easy excuse for talking to them and poking around a bit.
Okay.
The other one probably require a bit more tact.
Maybe you should handle the ones we're supposed to be seeing anyway, then.
Excellent. Bluntness is my weapon.
And just in case you're a little too blunt, why don't you take the maester here with you?
I was going to take him anyway to investigate the goods.
Very well.
And yeah, Simon, you come with me.
Got it.
If things get hairy, I'm going to need someone to help me get away from there.
I can do that.
And
Okay.
since Arthur is talking to the other side, come with me.
I've forgotten why these people are doing this thing. Out of character.
I remember.
I had a character I wasn't here for it when it came up, so...
So basically what happened is the merchants that we are here to pick up the goods from were accused of shortchanging another group of merchants. That other group of merchants, since the accusation, has done better for itself financially since the accusation. And tensions are starting to run high between the two sides.
Yes. Like 10 minutes away from a real Romeo and Juliet situation.
Well, not
Yes,
quite
but the
that.
interesting part, not the romantic part. But yeah, it's gonna get hairy if something isn't done about it soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the merchants who are accused of undercutting is the Rudiger family.
Okay, who we're dealing with.
And that is, I'll just spell that.
I know that from somewhere, but okay.
Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
I'll just, and the family that, made the accusation is the Garner family. The Rudiger family is headed up by James Rudiger, and the Garner family is headed by Timothy Garner.
Timothy.
Timothy, yes.
Okay.
Should be right. Someone else is.
Gardner or Gardner?
Garner.
Garner. Like James Garner.
Okay.
Yeah. And now that I've said James Garner, I'm going to always almost say James Garner when I try to say this dude's name.
Yep.
Okay, then he's James Garner.
No, he's not.
No, just make him James Garner. It's
Because there's
fine.
already a James Rudiger.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
Besides,
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
go for it.
right, I'll go visit the Rudigers with the Maester.
All right. I have a name.
Okay.
Nope. No, you don't. You're the Maester.
Really?
You know, Maesters lose their last name. He accidentally lost both.
Yep.
Is Maester Cortez.
Maester Cortez, thank you. I was trying to politely come up with a way to say I've forgotten your character's name, but
I know. Okay. Well, give me a survival check to find the way.
hold on a second.
I've got nothing in that.
I think I get a kind of half decent one again.
I rolled a 4.
Actually, hang on. No, I'm not giving you a. No, hang the fuck on. I'm not giving you a survival check to find the way. I'm gonna go ask the mayor.
Okay. Go ask the mayor.
You get lost and starve to death.
Okay. How do you word it?
Okay, it was gonna be. Excuse me, Mayor Crueler. It's been a very long time since I've been in Broadstone. I was wondering if you could please give me directions to visit the Rushigers.
He looks up from the papers. He takes his that he's working on. He says, "Oh, well, of course." And he, pulls out a map and he, shows you the way on the map.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Where are the Garners at while you have that out?
He looks at you both. There's just like and smiles and says, "Oh,
You just
of
need
course."
to tell me what part of town.
Yep, too
She
late.
actually remembers this place.
Too late now, Mayor. He's looking at the map.
Okay, the black dot, the black square. Let's say square. Gosh.
That one.
No, I was gonna draw one.
Oh.
The black square is for the Rudigers, and the red square is for the Garners.
That's just good to come with.
Okay.
So that's the general areas. I mean,
Okay, right. Well, general area will do. When we get there, I can ask somebody else, I'm sure, if we need to.
Yep.
But,
I mean, he'll tell you where their homes are if you want to know.
well, no, I'd be technically going
No,
to business
that's fine.
offices, and then I would probably get to go onto their home because I am the son of one of their most important customers. And that's how medieval society works. So,
Right.
right. I'm only asking because I knew if we had to roll survival checks, we probably would wind up starving to death.
In
in
the
a city
You get eaten by a grill.
built with people.
Yeah. If you keep watching them. Anyway, come along, sir. Come along, Mr. Cortez. Don't
He's that bad at
the
survival.
Rudigers, the wonderful Rudigers of Oz.
Right. So you walk through the town. Seems peaceful. People are going about their day, carrying equipment, that kind of thing. And you make it there.
Well,
You see workers like unloading and from a large wagon, and you see an older man, with a cane, watching them. He's instructing them where the packages go.
okay.
All right.
Well, I'm not going to make any assumptions right now because, as I said, I haven't been here in a while. So, I'm going to... Do I see any of the workers just milling about?
You mean ones that aren't really busy?
Yes.
Sure, you see a couple that are taking a break.
Okay. I'm just going to go up to them and ask them, excuse me, I am looking for I'm looking for Mr. Rudiger. Could you point me towards his office or the office of his faction, please?
One of them looks up from what he's doing. He's got a apple in his hand. That he's half of it's in it, about a half of it's in his mouth, basically. He goes, "Yeah, it's look, Mr. Rudiger's over there," and he points in the direction of the old man with the cane.
I'm going to say, thank you very much. And now we go and talk to the old man with the cane.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to approach him politely.
Okay.
Or did you want to say something? Or?
No, I was going to say, okay, go, proceed.
Okay, I'm going to approach him in a non-threatening manner, and I'm just going to say, excuse me, I was informed by the workers over there that you are Mr. Rudiger?
He turns around. He, has one of those monocle things that they had back then.
You mean monocles?
I can't remember what they were called. No, not like a monocle, but they're
Oh,
like
an
monocles,
eyepiece.
but they're like glasses. Yeah. He looks at you through it, and then he says, "Yes, I'm Mr. James Rudiger. Who are you?"
My name is Arthur Sand. I'm on here on behalf of business for my father, Lord Lacour.
When you say this, his eyes widen. He goes, "Oh, young Arthur! It's been so long."
Yes, indeed, Mr. Rudiger. I wasn't even quite certain it was you myself.
And he holds out his hand to shake yours, clasp hands. And he says, "Oh yes, well, right this way. I was just having this wagon unloaded so that we could have a place to put the wares for your father." And he starts leading the way to where it's at.
Okay. I'm going to follow him, and I'm going to motion to Maester Cortez to follow us.
All right. I follow.
Okay. All right. You get to where the crates are, and they're separated from everyone from everywhere else. He has two of his men, take pry bars to the crates, open them up, and he says, "Well, I'm sure you'll want to inspect it." And he pulls out a list, and he says, "And here's what should all be in it."
I just motioned to Maester Cortez to go and start going through the stuff that's there.
All right. I go and look through the list and check that all the stuff is in the right spot.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Give me a knowledge check.
Okay. $18.
18, you say? Okay. Yeah. it appears that all of it is there. As far as the wares go, right now it is mostly spices, like different kinds of spices, silks, and there is a box containing a very expensive looking alchemical set. There are chemicals that have been packed and separated, and basically put into sand. There are vials. There's all this copper tubing, that kind of thing. But it all looks to be there.
Okay. Well, while Cortez is going through the stuff, I'm going to, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. It's not like quite leaning into the Mr. Rudiger, but, I'm trying to speak in I suppose a hushed tone would be the best way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, I don't wish to bring this up to I don't wish to bring this up to you, Mr. Rudiger, but news has reached my father about possible problems here in Broadstone between yourself and the Garner family.
He has a sudden sour expression on his face, and he says, "What kind of news?"
Apparently, the Garner family are accusing you of being financially savvy and performing better than them when it comes to your line of business. Specifically in that you have been shortchanging individuals.
Have they actually accused that, or?
They've been spreading around rumors, which is to say, they haven't accused them in a court of law, but they're accusing them in the court of public opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. He purses his lips and he says, "Now, it might be true that occasionally we'll give the odd customer a better deal than our competitors would otherwise give. But that is mostly because we are more concerned with supplying the community as a whole."
I see. So what you are telling me is that these accusations have a grain of truth to them.
He says, "Like I said, if my competitors can't make a better price for things that we get from the same people, then that's not my fault."
No, that's just the way business works. I most assuredly don't hold it against you.
He says, "Oh, it's fine, it's fine."
I said my father is only concerned that perhaps this war of words between your two families might escalate into something more tangential. Yeah.
Tangible?
Tangible, yes, thank you. I'm sorry, I fucked up on what the proper version of that word was. This is all out of character, by the way.
Well, yeah, because I'm not there in character.
Yes. My
All of a sudden you hear Simon start shouting,
Tangible.
Yes, my father is somewhat concerned about the possibility that this conflict might evolve into something more tangible than merely a war of words.
Tangerine?
Tangerine.
He says that you have his full assurances that he would never condone any violence in, his father's domains. That if anything were to happen, that he would just take this up with the mayor or the captain of the guards.
Let's see. Well, that seems perfectly fair to me. As I said, What business? Your business concerns are your business concerns. My concerns are only in making sure that my father's lands do not experience unpleasantness.
He says that
I'm not going to roll intimidate. I'm not trying to intimidate him. I'm just informing.
yes, if he tries to roll intimidate, that it's not like anyone's going to attack him or anything, but it's not going to go great.
No, right now I'm having a civil conversation where I'm basically just making, my point known to this guy, which is, hey, my family likes you. We're not going to directly try and stop you as long as you're A, not trying to fuck us over, and B, keep this out of our backyard if anything does go wrong. Which, I don't need to intimidate on either of those two things.
No. He just says, don't worry, you and your Lord Father have my word of honor that I will not be starting any fights. And then he motions to himself. And besides, look at me, I'm too old for that kind of shit.
There's one thing I learned in Bravos, Mr. Rudiger, is that a man is never too old to fight. Just occasionally too old to survive.
How old is he?
Yes.
How old is he?
Like 43.
Give me a Rudiger?
Yeah. 43 would be about fucking old in fucking Game of Thrones. Be old enough that you'd be saying you don't want to be involved in any
I'll
more
give a
fights
knowledge
anyway.
check.
Oh,
You know
fine.
Walden Frey?
Okay,
He was
sure,
old
give a
when
knowledge.
that guy was born.
Jeez, 19. Okay.
Mr. Rudiger is 19 years old.
Mr. Rudiger, though he walks with a cane, he doesn't walk with a limp. He still seems to be in very good shape. You think he's about 48 years old,
I was close.
though, due to certain things, like he's you notice that he's probably had a little bit too much of the pipe weed and a little bit too much of the rock gut, and he's it's caused him to age a little bit harder.
So he's only a little bit older than me.
You're like 32, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
So a
15
bit-
years
He's about
older.
twice my age, though.
Again.
He's a lot older than you.
No, pipe weed is genuinely something they have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pipe
It's
weed
just-
is just tobacco.
It's just
Yeah.
it doesn't come up a lot in actual TV show because they can't really show smoking.
I remember coming up a lot of books.
We've looked at
Yeah,
his
that's-
shipping manifest, right, Jason?
That what you were given that as well
Okay.
because that was
I'm
the
gonna
name of it.
ask to look at his records.
Why?
Just to cover my bases.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Yep.
Okay.
And ask him very nicely in character.
I will say that he is friendly to you two, so you will get a +3 on the persuasion.
I'm gonna say to him in character. I'm gonna say, just for thorough sake, do you mind if I take a look at your financial records?
Financial? No.
No, not financial records, but
Business records?
Shipping records,
Shipping
something like that.
records. The
Financial
previous
records is pretty fucking
not
on the nose.
manifest. Shipping records.
Okay.
Business
Shipping
records.
records. Okay. Roll it.
Back in about 10 seconds. Well, about a minute.
Oh, I rolled low.
You did. What would the DC for this be?
13.
Oh, I don't have that chart up.
back.
Probably in the skills.
What are you looking for?
He's looking for the DC.
He's figuring out DC.
I'm looking for the chart with like dice challenges.
Okay. Well, sorry. So you only get 3d6 plus 3?
Yeah.
Wow, you should have let me do it because I get 4d6 plus 2.
Well, the plus 3
Well-
is because of his disposition.
He's the one
Oh, okay.
asking. The plus 3 is for being friendly, so you get a plus 5 on this guy.
Yeah. Well, basically, Zucchini, as long as you don't critically fail, I'll ask him if you fail. Okay?
Okay. Persuasion
Call
is
it
not one of
a-
my skills that are high.
And then I'm thinking, I suppose, for a while, then we could be, well, you could be looking through that, I could be making polite chit chat and just having a general nose around while Vaughn and Flit do their thing.
Mr. Rudiger decides to call the guards.
Mr. Rudiger can call the guards all he wants. I kind of supersede
Roll
the
agility.
guards. Hi, I have my dad.
Have you met my father? No.
Do you
He's your
want to?
boss's boss.
Because I don't think you want to.
I'd love to meet the Lord.
Would you like to meet my father? Are you asking me out?
Is this the game? Have I got news for you? From Have I Got You? Whose line is it anyway?
Yes, that would be enough.
No, that'd be questions only.
Okay. He smiles and he says, "Well, I do admire a man who's thorough in his work," and he leads you into his office,
Okay.
Okay,
where he basically pulls out 3 glasses and he pours each of you a glass of wine. You know,
Okay.
Mazel tov.
he knows that maesters drink, so, and he's not afraid to give the maester some good wine. So and it is very good wine.
Okay.
But we'll go to the next group.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Andra, you go to the general location of Timothy Garner.
Okay.
Is Vandra here?
Shit.
Right, so it's all you, Flit.
It's okay, Flit. Just stall. Start singing the national anthem. It's definitely not La Marseillaise, considering that's a Republican battle cry for bloody revolution and overthrowing the nobility.
Okay, so Nemera and Sir Simon make it there. It's not as busy.
Whoa. Hang on. As I actually sorry, I just came back.
There you go.
Okay.
So, as they're making their way down there, she's going to talk to him.
To Sir Simon?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Simon, you're from King's Landing, right?
Oh, King's Lands, yeah. The Crown Lands. That's the word. Crown Lands?
And
Yes.
Yeah.
and while you were there, or ever since, have you ever had to deal with merchants or any sort of business like that?
I haven't really been there since I was a kid, so no, not really.
Right. Well, you might want to let me take the lead on this one then. And if you have anything to chime in with, just try and follow my lead, okay?
Don't worry, I was planning on that.
Right. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Roll
Get
agility.
to where. What?
Nothing. I was definitely not rolling initiative.
And she's still in traveler's garb at this point. She's
Okay.
not wearing her nobility stuff.
What is Sir Simon wearing? Out of curiosity.
I was assuming Traveler's Guard with his mail.
You got chainmail on, so you have your sword with you.
Yeah.
But of
Okay.
course. He's guarding the noble daughter of the local lord's house.
I am not
Okay.
carrying my blade.
Does Sir Simon have a tabard?
Which one's that again? I know
That's
that.
That's like the coat that goes on the outside of the armor with the symbol of the house.
Oh,
Well, I don't have that mentioned on my sheet anywhere, so I'm going to assume no for the moment.
good.
Well, no, you would have one of those. That's just one of those things, but you might not be wearing it.
Well, since
If he had
voluntary
come
doesn't
out
work-
wearing that, I'd have told him to take it off and leave it behind. Just the tabard.
Okay.
I'm not wearing a tabard.
Ooh, take it off.
God.
So we have no obvious symbols of our house on us. No.
Okay. All right. So you make it to the Garner's estate, and there's far less hustle and bustle about this around the merchants here because prices are a little higher. Though there is still business going on. You see a young man talking to a very, very old man, and they're arguing, and you can't really make out what they're saying. And at a certain point, you see the old man's face get a little red, and he just stomps off into the house. The younger man shakes his head, chuckles a little bit, and he gives some orders to some workers.
I'm going to go talk to him.
Okay. How do you address him?
So I approach and I go, excuse me, good sir.
He turns around and he looks at the both of you and says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
I was interested in, hang on a second.
Okay.
I was interested in possibly sending some goods out and was looking for someone to help me ship them out.
He says, "Oh, well, we can do that." He holds out a hand for you to, in greeting, and says, "The name's Timothy Garner."
Mr. Gardner. You can call me Mara.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Mara. So what kind of goods are you looking to send out?
Well, a real variety, actually. I represent a small interest who has some excess crops they're looking to get rid of, and possibly other goods as they come and go. Really, it wouldn't require a lot of cargo space. What I'm more concerned about is punctuality in its export. Looking to
Well, when does it
yes.
need to be there?
Well, let's see. Well, before I answer that, tell me, how fast can you get something to, let's say, Bravos?
He scratches his chin a bit. Offhand, I don't even know what the travel time across the narrow sea is supposed to be. He says he can probably get it there within 3 months.
Okay. Well, it would really only be to Bravos. Once there, I I have someone who can pick it up and take it wherever else it needs to go from that point. It just really needs to get there. So 3 months. Is there any way to shave time off of that, you think? Not necessarily the travel, but maybe getting it ready and getting it off the ship on the other side.
Oh, well, of course. If you'd like to pay a little extra, we would give your goods top priority.
What does top priority mean?
Well, we'd make sure it got there. We would have it loaded on first and unloaded first.
And if anyone came inquiring what was in it, would you have some discretion?
He looks at you and he says, "Now, miss, what do you take us for? A band of rotten, cutthroat smugglers? I mean, what kind
Right.
of person would do this? We only work for legitimate reasons."
Of course. I just... some of these products are time sensitive. They can't really hang about. That's all. I'm merely looking to expedite the process.
He says, well, we could probably expedite the process further if it was that important. It depends. What are you willing to pay?
I suppose that would depend on how much discretion you'd be able to guarantee. I mean, I would be willing to pay more to be thoroughly discreet, of course.
He says, I think we should discuss this further in my office.
Please lead the way.
And he takes you into the office. Does Simon go with you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. He takes you, the two of you, into his office. He pulls out, a keg. He has ale in it. He pours each person a mug. And he sits down at his desk and he says, now that we have a modicum of privacy, what are you wanting to send across the Narrow Sea?
Well, sometimes it'll be a what, and sometimes it might be a who.
He nods and he says, ah.
Nothing unsavory, mind you, just sometimes people want to get away without people knowing that they have.
He says, well, for the right price, I would be more than willing to let certain things slide in our normal inspections of the ship, giving
Right.
proper instructions to the captain of the ship and, a proper bonus for him, as well as a few silvers here and there to curry favor with certain guards. I don't
Well,
see a
that-
problem with that.
Well, that would aid with the discretion, but on my way down here, I did hear something a little troubling. Perhaps you can clear it up for me. It seems that you're having a bit of issue with one of the other groups in town. I want to make sure that it's not going to interfere with any of our business.
Give me a deception roll.
Okay. And I'm adding my bluff to this.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So that's 5d6 d1. I think so, right? Yeah.
I think so.
14.
Okay. Hold on.
Wow. That was a pretty much perfectly average roll.
That's pretty good.
We're gonna put this to stats. All right. Oh God.
That was a better than average roll.
My dice are going to be awful for this system, guys.
Really? 'Cause that looks pretty good.
No, awful for the players. I
Yeah, that sounds
wanted
like-
him to fail.
All right. Does my composure or defense come into it at all?
Basically, with is what's it called? What action is this? Intrigue.
You don't have attractive as a social quality, do you, Yvonne?
Not as a social quality, no.
Okay, it's just if you had that down, you could re-roll that one, and if you got lucky, you might be able to beat it.
I have.
All he can really do is
No,
I
he
do
can't
have
beat
some
them.
persuasion.
all he can really do is like gauge your motives. You know, want to know. He's gonna say, what was the question again? Or what was the statement? The full statement.
I had heard he'd been having trouble with another group, and I wanted to make sure it wouldn't interfere with our business.
Oh, okay. He'll look at you and rub his chin, and he says, I don't know what you heard, but no, I don't think there will be any interference from our business rivals. And when he does that, he kind of looks on the wall where there's two battle axes, and you know, he just looks over at the wall where they're at, and he just looks back at you.
Very well. Well, I'll have to consider it, but one more thing. If, for hypothetical purposes, I needed to send a special package as soon as tomorrow, how much would we be talking about here? Thoroughly discreet, of course.
What's the size of the package?
Well, comfortably, I'd say about 3 foot square, perhaps even 3.5. Or sorry, meters. A
3
meter,
meters?
perhaps
I was gonna
a
say-
meter, perhaps a meter and a half. All square.
You mean cubed?
Yes.
Yes, I know what she means.
I wasn't sure. I just want to make sure.
Wasn't sure the idea of cubed was. Anyway.
It would be. He's assuming that you mean a crate.
Yes. About a
Okay.
meter crate.
Okay. Well, for such a journey and for such a package, 2 gold dragons.
Wow. That's a lot.
He's assuming that
And that-
she's doing something illegal, dude.
Yeah, just let me do this.
Okay.
2 gold dragons, huh? And that ensures complete discretion?
Oh, well, of course. I mean, you'd have to, bribe certain guards in the at the docks, and the captains, and then there are, of course, the guards at Bravos that might want to check it out.
All right. Well, of course, that's merely a hypothetical. I wanted to know how much it would be on short notice. But I assume it would be pretty much the same price no matter what, yes?
With enough notice, probably only a gold dragon.
Very well. Well, I can't agree to anything. I only represent. I can't make the final decision on this, of course, but I will make sure that your offer is put above anyone else's. Honestly, so far you've given me the best estimate. Out of character, and honestly, he has. Well, thank you. Tim, was it?
Timothy.
Timothy, of course. Well, I shall let you know if I require your services as it comes. Thank you again.
Of course.
Shall we, Sir Simon?
After yeah.
Okay, we're gonna make our
You
way.
missed a chance to intimidate him.
Oh,
I don't have intimidate.
You're a knight.
I didn't take any ranks in intimidate.
Why not?
I don't think it was necessary.
It wasn't necessary. I just thought it would be funny if I intimidated him.
I did.
All right.
Arthur has intimidate cover.
So we're gonna make so we don't make our way straight back to the mayor's place.
Right.
All right, you're going straight back.
Huh?
Don't go straight back.
No,
Yeah, cool.
I'm not.
I thought you said you were, and I was about to go.
no, no. If anything, we're gonna be heading to a pub somewhere between the two spots, which I suggest we meet you guys at.
Well, you probably want to go somewhere down in between the route from where we went and the mayor's house, because we'd ever discussed this before you left to meet up somewhere else.
In retrospect, this plan was not very well thought out.
Okay,
Well,
hang on.
not really, but
So you'd want to be
It's fine.
somewhere where I would,
So-
or either myself or Maester
Once we get
Cortez would
to
notice.
here, once we
Yeah.
get to that fork, we head north towards the other square.
Roll survival.
okay.
Isn't this the Maester's house?
Yeah, but we don't continue to
Just
the Maester's
mayor.
house.
No, not Maester. Mayor's house.
yeah.
We don't continue to the
Yeah.
mayor's house. We turn.
I'll say
Go that way.
there's like a bar right here.
Yeah,
So if you go to that tavern, and like wait until you see Arthur Sand and Maester Cortez walk by, you can do that.
That works.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I'll need one.
Okay.
You mean an awareness?
Yes, awareness. Sorry. Give me an awareness check. To
I'll need a moment. Although, if someone wants to roll for me, 40-61, because Chrome is being...
Here, I'll roll it for you. Just give me a second.
Oh,
Or
Here's
Jason.
mine.
Actually, yeah, Jason should roll it.
I rolled pretty well.
split.
Thank God the Maester Cortez and Sir Simon are here.
Yeah. So Sir Simon is a 6 foot tall knight in chainmail with a sword. He does kind of stick out, and if he's not trying to hide himself, like he could be like drinking a beer outside, waiting for them to go by. Yeah,
I kind of
like
figured
that.
he would be.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm just gonna wait out here. So yeah, right about the time they get within sight, like a wagon, they're like walking beside a wagon, and the wagon pulls ahead, like cuts down another road there, and then Maester Cortez and Sir Simon, like their eyes just lock onto each other immediately, and they know where the other one is.
Romantic music starts to play.
Yeah.
I should point out, when you say romantic music starts to play, I'm also listening to just random music in the background, and Village People's in the Navy just came on.
So basically, like, their eyes meet, and then a bard inside the tavern starts playing the Bear and the Maiden Fair.
All right, I'm gonna sort of nudge Arthur's and sort
And
of
we lost Flit.
point to what's his
Don't
name?
point, just like fucking nod
No,
your head. Or
nod my head. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Point with my head to him and say, "I think we should go in there."
Well, okay. You're sure this 6 foot tall knight is Sir Simon?
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, Maester Cortez
Hello,
is
Flick.
the 6 foot tall knight that bruised your ribs.
Alright, Flit, you there?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
All right, I've got a corner table because I was waiting for Simon to come back in.
Okay.
Not that we need a map or anything. It
Oh, hey,
doesn't
we
matter
didn't
that
talk
much.
about
Oh yeah, it's
Go in, sit down with Namera.
I'm gonna go to the bar.
Okay.
okay.
You better bring back around, you bastard.
Should have said that before I came in.
God damn.
No,
Oh, that's Jason.
no. Oh, okay. I was wondering where the fuck that music was coming from.
Yeah.
For a second.
I was very confused.
I know it's a nice version. I've heard it before.
Yep. Okay.
It is a good version of that song. Anyway, I'm gonna go up and I'm going to order 2 wines because, well, we're in Dorne, so Dornish red isn't exactly going to be a problem to get a hold of.
No.
So 2 wines.
Okay. You get the 2 wines.
I'm going to go back.
Out of curiosity, how many did you have with
How many wines?
Rudiger?
With Garner? Or
Rudiger. I only
That's
have
a
one.
good question, Jason.
Roll Constitution.
I ain't rolling Constitution. That'd be. I'm going to ask that. Would that be a stamina check to see how sober I am?
Endurance?
Endurance.
endurance
I think
stamina?
that would be stamina. Yeah.
Okay, so let's roll.
What? How many did you have? That's the question, though.
I'm gonna say I had enough just to get me drunk.
Roll
Not,
a D6 how much?
necessarily silly drunk, but drunk.
Okay.
4d6 d2.
I had this many drinks.
Wait, no, hang on. I did that wrong. I did that wrong. It should be 60, 62.
Okay. you
yeah,
might
just
wanna
roll
that.
2d6.
Too late already.
You can re-roll it. Okay, 13.
Mildly better.
13 would make it.
Okay.
I only had one when I was there.
He's a little rubbery, but other than that, he's fine.
I come back with the 2 wines. I put them on the table and go, 2! I did. I ordered 2. Wait, why did I order 2? Oh, yeah, because you want one. Probably.
I'll
Maybe.
have one.
If you don't want one, I'll take it.
No, I think I should take it. I only had the one with my guy anyway.
Okay. All right. Exchange of information.
So, yeah, your man, Mr. Oh, God, what's his name? Rudiger, what's his name? No, Rudiger is his name. So, Cortez is your name. Right. Cortez, Rudiger's other guy. Got that. Right.
You
I talked
alright?
to Mr. Rudiger, and I basically told him just, we don't mind him business shenanigans. That's merchants for you. I mean, for God's sakes, compared to some of the shit I saw on Bravos, this is kid stuff, but, last thing we want is this breaking out into violence, so I just basically told him that, we don't give a shit so long as this doesn't turn into bloodshed. If it does, then we're gonna have to get involved. And he ain't gonna be happy if Dad has to get involved.
Well, I can tell you that if we do have to get involved, it won't be Rudiger's fault.
I am very happy with that because I've had to deal with Mr. Rudiger before, and I know Father quite likes him.
Well, something tells me that Rudiger didn't do anything wrong. Garner does not strike me as an honorable person.
Neither does Rudiger, really. But,
Comparatively, though.
Comparatively, fine. I can live with comparatively.
I mean,
Merchants.
Simon can vouch for me. He did not seem like a good person, did he?
Good is a relative term, but no.
It didn't take him a lot of convincing to be willing to do what I asked him, did it?
Or hinted violence.
Right.
Well, in fairness, if he's going through economic dire straits, then he's liable to be willing to take any contract he can, regardless of the risk, so as to try and keep his company afloat. Wow,
man did
I
not
said all
seem-
that without messing up a single word. That deserves more wine.
The man did not seem to be in dire straits. If anything, he seemed to be doing quite well for himself.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty straightforward. I don't see how we can lose here. Because short of Mr. Rudiger deciding to specifically come after us, which would be stupid. We should... No, not Mr. Rudiger. Mr. Rudiger's our guy. My apologies. Mr... What's his
Garner.
name? Garner. Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Garner. Short of Mr. Garner coming after us, we should be fine, and backing Mr. Rudiger in this just means we're keeping a honest merchant who's good for the economy of the area together.
That's true.
We don't live in King's Landing or Bravos. We don't have a wide swath of fucking merchants to choose from to back.
Garner is the kind of man who feels that what he feels is his, if that is threatened, he will turn to violence for it.
Oh joy, a Lannister.
No, this one seems a little less overt about what he would do.
Okay, well, seems pretty straightforward to me then. We've looked into it, we have an idea of it, we get back home, we've got the goods are all there, at least that's what Cortez says. Thank you, Cortez. But we get home, we tell Dad about, listen, we've got this possibility, and if it does kick off, this is probably Garner's fault. And even if it's not Garner's fault, we should probably just continue to back Rudiger because, you know, he's a smart enough man that a little bit of financial competition didn't drive him to the edge of desperation.
I don't think it'll take a lot to drive Garner over the edge, nor would it take a lot to reveal his less honorable practices.
Well,
It's just a matter of getting someone to show them to the light.
shouldn't be too hard. If we can come back with, you know, a nice wide range of people to basically hold him down, go through every piece of paper he's got.
I don't think it'll be that complicated.
No, I don't imagine. We go to the mayor, we tell the mayor, we get some of the guards, we bring the guards. I get to intimidate a guy.
Maester, you've been quiet about this.
We should
What are
try
your
to
thoughts?
avoid a conflict.
And
And then Mr. Cortez takes a very long drink.
no, that's me.
Very
Honestly, I don't have much to add to that.
Yeah, I get that. If it were to come to fighting, do you have any advice for them?
Between the two sides?
Yeah, about how to split them up split them apart.
Aside from imprisoning both of them?
Well, that probably wouldn't stop both sides, to be
Probably
honest.
not.
But, yeah.
Why would we try and stop both sides? We should probably just favor one side over the other.
Yeah, I vote that we, should it come to fighting, we throw our support behind the more honest of the two, which is Rudiger.
And if we need to, I have a way to expose Garner's underdealings.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Cortez, have you been drinking?
Yes.
I thought we were going to
Of course
expose
he's been
Garner's
drinking.
underwear.
His name is Cortez. What do you expect?
Okay.
That is
Cortez, you should be doing more drinking.
Okay. Does the knight have anything to offer?
I was here to do what these guys tell me to do.
You're still allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
Like, in all
You
honesty,
were there as much as I am. If I missed anything, speak up.
No, I'm with you on this.
Neither one of them are lords, is all I'm saying. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that you'd come out with some incredibly eloquent explanation for why we should or shouldn't do something.
Like I say, I rolled the entirely wrong character for that.
No, you can still talk.
No,
Yeah,
As far as I'm concerned, if Garner turns out to be too much of a nuisance, we have a way to rein him in. I've set some things up with him that would expose him to be a very naughty boy indeed.
Well then,
That's why I asked what I asked.
I would say that what we should do is we should go back to the mayor's, have lunch, talk with the mayor, let him know what we found, and while we're on the way to the mayor, I should suggest that you two go first. Myself and Cortez will leave a little bit after you, and if anybody's been following you, we might be able to get the jump on them.
What if someone's been following you?
No. You see, we don't mind if they're following us because they know who we are, and following us is perfectly fine. You two, however, were going in under, shall I say, false pretenses. So you being followed,
Not entirely false, but
not entirely false, but
maybe not entirely forthcoming.
basically, if they see you going to the mayor, they might think, oh shit, jig is up. If they see us going to the mayor, they're going to go, oh, so that's where the son of the Lord is staying. That comes as such a shock that the son of the Lord would be staying with the mayor. Oh, wait. That other thing.
Yeah, all they saw was a lady traveler and her knight. They don't know anything more about us than that.
Exactly. So, they might be curious to try and find out more about them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we sneak out.
Oh, no.
If anyone
I understand.
No, I know.
And-
I'm not explaining for your benefit. I'm explaining for Sir Simon's.
Besides, you could use a strong cup of tea before leaving anyway. Find your legs again.
I know where my legs are. They are above my feet and below my testicles.
Okay, well, give me another stamina check.
Charming to the
Order
last.
some coffee.
Don't give me coffee. That'll be drunk and hyper.
I'm even more sober than I was last time.
How does that work?
He seems to have drank some of his drunkenness off somehow.
Well,
He drank so hard he cycled back to sober.
while they figure out how to sober Arthur up for the trek home, Simon and I will head out.
Good.
He'll be able to like move around and like he's not taking any penalties right now. It's just that he's
A little
I know.
silly.
he smells of wine.
I
smell
know.
like I've been drinking. Almost like I live in a society where the water isn't necessarily safe to drink.
Yeah, imagine that.
Well, you know.
Anyway, right. So you two leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to say about a minute after you two leave, we're going to leave behind you.
Okay.
Alright, and we're just going to take a nice sedate approach on the route back because, following you guys. We're not trying to,
Run.
we're not trying to be
Yeah, that
obvious.
would
We're trying to just be nice, calm, and,
Inconspicuous.
inconspicuous.
Of course.
And while we're doing that, I think myself and Zucchini should start making perception checks.
Notice.
Well, awareness checks. My apologies. Fucking years of play. To try and see if we notice anybody following you guys other than us. Because I'm sure we'd notice us following you.
You notice a maester following them.
I draw my sword and stab him!
Give me a perception check.
Awareness check. Okay.
Awareness. Yes. Thank
Right. I got 12, Zucchini got 10.
Neither of us have this.
you. Off to the side, you see a man following them. Just kind of sticking to alleys, taking his time. When they turn a corner, he waits a little while, and then he turns the corner. He's obviously, not trying to be seen.
Okay. So, do we both notice him, or do I only notice him?
You both notice him.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to say quietly to Mr. Cortez, Maester, how happy would you feel about beating a man?
I'm not the best in close quarters combat.
Okay. Maester, how happy would you feel distracting a man while I sneak up behind him and hit him?
I'm fine with that.
Sounds good to me. So, that's what's gonna happen. Zucchini is gonna go and try and distract him, and I'm gonna try and basically get the jump on him, sort of
Okay,
thing.
I'm gonna go like a bit ahead of him and run up to him, and I'm gonna ask him for directions.
Or you could say, "Hey, I'm a maester. You look like you have the plague."
Actually, that's probably better. Yeah, I'm gonna do
The
that.
distraction.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm a
Okay,
maester. You
well-
appear to be sick.
With grayscale.
Oh yes, grayscale.
Have you heard of our Lord? Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Azor Ahai?
All right.
I'm gonna roll.
Give me a bluff check.
Okay, I have bluff.
Yep.
It's not bluffing. Azor Ahai is our Lord and Savior.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well,
He's converted.
he'll believe anything you say.
Not necessarily.
Quick, tell him what is
Shit.
dead will never die.
It may never die. They still might.
Okay. The man looks at you and he says, What do you mean I'm sick?"
You have some physical symptoms of a very serious illness.
Okay, while Cortez is doing that, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna be coming around out of like that
Tell
guy's.
me, do you feel lightheaded? Clunk.
I'm gonna be coming out of that guy's eyesight, but still, I'm watching them, but he can't necessarily see me while he's talking to Cortez.
Meanwhile, the Pink Panther theme is playing in the background.
Yes, of course it is.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Stealth check. No. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Alternative answer. Stealth check. Okay, no, let me talk first and wait for Jason to tell me to fuck off then. Instead of a stealth check, how about instead of making it obvious that I'm trying to sneak up on, I just go up beside Maester Cortez and go, "My God, Maester, you're correct. Sorry, I'm an apprentice Maester.
No.
I've actually got a better bluff than I do sell."
Well, why don't you just bluff being a passerby?
Okay. Well, you figure this. I have to
about my
look up
business.
something. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just knocking this guy out, dragging his body
Just
into the
bluff being
alley.
a passerby. You're a dude walking
or-
down a street.
Or I could just persuade somebody into a conversation while we're walking until I get close enough and then hit them.
Well, yeah, but then somebody will be a witness.
Yeah, that's true.
Knock them out.
When you start telling him this, Zucchini, do you lead him anywhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, please, you should sit down, and I'm gonna lead him into an alley.
Okay, give me another persuasion check.
Please God, don't fail. If you fail, I have to start running.
Oh,
Oh.
wait, bluff or persuasion?
That'd be bluff.
Well,
Because he's still lying to him about
we'll
being
say
ill.
bluff.
Okay.
We'll
Okay,
say
I'm back.
bluff. Because it's related to the same thing.
Oh, fuck.
Well, you did slightly better.
God, what is this guy's awareness?
To be fair,
Oh.
this is a distraction. We are getting away at this point.
Yeah, you guys are getting away. It's just,
All right, he follows you in and sits down.
Okay, I'm gonna sit him with his back facing the entrance to the alley. Like, lead him by the shoulders, sit him down.
Okay. And he says, Maester, I don't know what you're saying. Like, I feel fine. Like, I've never felt healthier than I do to do right now. Why
That's
are
why
you?
this is so
like,
serious. This is the final stage, my friend.
That doesn't make any sense.
The first stage is feeling fine. The second stage
Okay,
is
you're
feeling
gonna give me
fine.
a stealth check.
Okay, I've got to get some serious bonuses at this point. Or at least the challenge has to be really low.
The
And then you
challenge
say,
is low.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes!
That's my one crit for the night, folks. I'm about to have storm cloud disease.
It's terminal.
I rolled that wrong. Hold on.
Oh, I'm about to have terminal storm cloud disease. I can tell.
Maybe
Well,
with that attitude, yeah.
You feel fine the whole time, and then you die.
No, then you quit and run away after hitting a guy in the head with a coin.
Right. So yeah, he doesn't
No, not
notice
that.
you.
He doesn't notice me.
Nope, doesn't notice you.
Okay.
You've beat the odds.
Am I right behind him at this point?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to draw my rapier. Essentially, it is a rapier. Fuck it, you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
I'm just going to place it up beside the side of his head, lean in nice and close, and go, well, I hear death is a type of disease. That's going to be my first intimidate check. And that's going to be
whole bunch of
7d63.
Well, he stops talking.
And I go, oh good, I have your attention. Tell me, why exactly were you following the lady and the knight?
How would he respond?
Probably jittering in fear.
Fuck you.
Or I thought this was going to be a mugging.
Okay, I've decided how this person will react to this because he's not bright.
Oh, of course he's not.
He's going to turn around and look at you, and he says, "That's not important right now. The maester says I'm very ill."
Okay, you know what? I'm not killing this guy. I'm adopting this guy.
He's just like, he looks very worried. Like he doesn't even notice the sword out. He's just like, "Oh God, I'm sick." He turns back around to Maester Cortez. "Is it the plague? Please don't let it be the plague. The plague took me, Mom."
Can we keep him?
I want to keep him. He sounds awesome. We're adopting him. I'm gonna knock him out.
I'm gonna tell him, don't worry, we caught this early enough. We can prevent it. Just answer my friend here's questions, and I'll give you what you need to get healthy again.
He's like, right. Turns around and looks at Arthur.
Who's just kind of got a semi-bemused expression on his face, like, okay, this is not how I saw this going. Am I turning this into MGS5? Maybe. I'm gonna go, okay, so why were you following the lady and the knight, to start with?
He says, he's like, my employer says that he didn't trust them, and he asked me to follow them, see where they're staying.
Okay. Have you been recently handling the excrement of any exotic animals?
No.
Okay, that's a good sign, isn't it, Maester?
Indeed.
Okay. Who is your employer?
He says it doesn't matter. It's Timothy Garner.
Okay, it's Timothy Garner. Okay. Have you had any surgery done outside of the town of Broadstone in the last 6 months?
I've never had surgery.
Okay, that's another good sign, Maester.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep this. Right. Okay. What did you notice about the lady and the knight so far that you've been following them?
Well, they went into a bar and talked to some people. I didn't really get a good look at them.
Okay.
Thank God.
Have you been feeling lightheaded recently?
Just not particularly, but not really, but ever since now that the Maester mentions it, I do kind of feel bad. Like in the pit of my stomach's been really hurting, and my arm has just been killing me
Talk
lately.
about now.
Okay. All right. Maester, I think we're going to need to send this man onto a, no offense, more experienced professional. If you could possibly give him something to identify himself as being sent by you to Maester. Oh God, what's his name in our castle?
That's his name.
Oh, what's his name? No, seriously, out of character.
It's
Maester Cromwell.
Yes, to identify himself to Maester Cromwell at the Lord's Castle, he might be able to help with a more in-depth investigation and have access to better tools to help this man.
I'm going to quickly say, I'm going to write out a letter with your symptoms and your information on it, and give it to you to give to Maester Cromwell at the castle.
You will have to leave immediately, though. Time is of the essence. If you wish, I can inform your employer that you are clearly a man who was in need of immediate medical assistance. If you could give me your name, please.
I don't really have a name for this guy.
Jenkins.
Bob Jenkins.
Bobby Jenkins.
No, Bob Jenkins.
Why would he have a last name?
All right, just Bob.
Because Bobby Jenkins.
Just Bob. Okay. Can we call him
Yeah,
Bob?
sure. Bob.
Bob.
Bobby!
Okay.
Bob.
I'm going to write out a letter to Maester Cromwell explaining that
This man is an idiot.
this man is
Basically,
an
yes.
idiot, and you should check him for a fictitious disease.
Thankfully, I don't think Bob can read.
He can't, actually.
Good.
Okay, well then,
And
let's see. I've got
I'm
two
gonna seal it with
choices.
some wax.
I got two choices now. We can either assume he's going to leave town immediately, or we can bring him to the edge of town, get him a horse, and get him out of here.
Let's do
Get
that.
him a horse.
Get him a
Or
horse.
get
Do that.
him off ourselves, you know.
Yes.
Right, so I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to see Bob off ourselves. Just, make sure he actually leaves and doesn't just then try to go to his employer and explain, I'm really ill and I have to go now.
Okay. Yeah, he does that. Give me a persuasion check one more time.
Okie dokie. 62.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He does it. He can't beat that.
Right, so he's persuaded to leave town immediately and just go towards the castle with the letter.
He gets on the he gets some supplies at the stable. He gets on a horse and he just leaves, heading towards the castle with
Now have Bobby roll
a
survival to find
letter
the
from Maester Cortez.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just Fultoned Bob.
captain. Now have him roll survival to find the captain.
You
I'm gonna take cohort now and just have him.
Somewhere like a day from now on the road, the other landed knight on his way back with his squire sees this guy just bolting past him like, huh, I wonder if that's important.
Zucchini, high five down the internet for that.
Yes.
Yeah, well done, guys. Oh,
That was great.
And you didn't have to kill him.
No, you see, we found an alternative method.
also, Jason, thank you for responding like that.
Yes, Jason, thank you for doing that and not just going with what probably should have happened.
Thank you for making him stupid.
Well, he has like a 2 knowledge.
That was probably the most entertaining thing I've ever done in an RPG. Oh.
It's just like, no! He rolled so bad. He rolled so bad on his awareness to be suspicious. So you know what? He believes him.
Okay. So I assume Simon and I are back at the mayor's place by now.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're back at the mayor's place. They're getting, lunch ready.
Okay.
Oh, I need a cigarette after that.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Well, since it's going to be lunch, should we just call a bathroom break?
Yeah, I say we call a bathroom break.
Okay, bathroom break.
Oh.
Sorry, not to supersede you, Jason. Just
No,
yeah.
that's fine. I was gonna do that anyway.
So it's
All
going
right.
well.
Oh God.
Jason, Jesus, thank you for basically making it so that was possible.
Well, if it had came to to a fight, this dude had like 8 dice he could roll for his bow.
For his bow, yeah.
Yeah, but he can fire it in melee.
Yeah, there's no rule about that in this, is there?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was. Oh, Zucchini, the stream isn't showing.
Oh, they missed this.
Oh, I hope
the poor
he's
stream.
recording.
What? The stream is
Because this has been. That's what Cass says. This is.
I'll be back.
Flit, I think I don't
streaming
want to turn
on
this into
live
MGS5, but I think it's going
The stream
I thought this was going to turn into the West Wing, to be honest.
to West Wing.
And then he makes it MGS.
The stream should be fine. It's on live stream.
You type that out and tell. I didn't think it was going to turn into West Wing, Flit.
Not this session in particular, just,
Overall.
I just want this to turn into the West Wing, honestly.
Right, Flit.
I can't do that.
I know it doesn't exist, Flip, but if Jason could somehow come up with a West Wing RPG, I'd be down for that.
That's what this game should be.
You could probably adapt the fucking engine for this for...
There's a Tumblr blog for it, so yes.
Wait, there is?
The Westerosi Wing.
Flit, I need a link, please.
I'm pretty sure it's just the Westerosi Wing with height with
Okay,
depth.
hang on, I'm looking this up now. Because I need this blog in my life. Yes, Tumblr.
No, it's not that one.
It's not the Westeros Wing.tumblr.
Yeah. I have to go find it now. Because I don't remember how it doesn't update that often.
No, this one is just frickin' like pictures with slightly adapted lines from the West Wing in them. And it's like, meh.
Yeah, I think that's the one I was thinking of, honestly.
Okay, this isn't as great as I'd hoped, but whatever.
It should be streaming. It says it's streaming.
Jeez. My head hurts, I laughed too much. Oh, man.
Entirely bad.
If nobody sees that now, I'm gonna be really
Maybe an
sad.
echo for a second. People watching recording or whatever. Huh. It totally says it's offline. The fuck? Okay, well I'm switching over to Twitch. I'm gonna have to cut this stream in half.
Well, that's fine.
For the recording, yeah. We'll be right back with this on YouTube, whatever.